Hey guys, we're back. And guess what? I am 18 years old and older. Hey guys, in case you don't know it, this is Dr. Antonio on aka Beast Mode, Airborne. Coming to you live from Chester, Virginia, or northern Virginia, part of Virginia somewhere. And just want to talk to you about VA. These are my 3 books that has a ton of information in there. They help you prepare and apply for disability. And I'm here to tell you guys, summer is coming. We don't know how the future holds. And I'll tell you, no time is like the present to obtain your VA benefits that you earned and deserve. If you're a veteran, show some love. Give me some love. Show me some heart. Show me some love on the chat, and let me know what branch you serve, and of course where you're from as well. You can say, hey, I'm from Chester, Virginia. I served in the Army as well as the Air Force side. I was CE in the Air Force side, civil engineer, active duty, and I was also Army infantry, civil affairs, airborne of course, and combat engineer, and let's see, oh yeah, and water distribution through quartermaster side. And went to all my schools, joint task schools, done all my professional military education through the military, Army and Air Force, even hoped to advance my AFSCs as well as my MOS. So those are the 2 things I've done. If you have served, please share what branch you served. You served during Vietnam era. I served all the way from Desert Shield, Desert Storm, the early during the Cold War, all the way up to 2011. That's when I got out. That's when I was officially done with the military. And my obligation was up by the early part of 2012. So, which brings to the part why I'm on TikTok Live. One main reason is, of course, like so many of you, I suffer through a lot of pain. I have some injuries. I had a couple of, few surgeries on top of that, and I understand the process and benefits of filing for VA disability. Hello, Steve. How y'all doing? Good to see you all. And I'm here to tell you guys, you owe it to yourself. If you have served our country, made sacrifices, been injured for whether it be a training exercise, deployments, or the deployment environment, or just having to be assigned overseas. Could be Korea, Germany, could be Dubai, could be anywhere, even in the oceans. There's always a chance of obtaining injuries. Even on ships, tanks, submarines. In aircraft, if you're a load master or a pilot, it's always a chance. I suffered from anxiety. If you ever wonder why you couldn't sleep, or you have trouble with heights, but yet you used to climb mountains, you used to jump out of planes, fly aircraft, such as helicopters, or flew F-16, done the somersault upside down and so forth, and then one day you were driving and you got petrified because you drove on a bridge that goes up, maybe a couple 100 feet or more, and you were petrified because everything looks tiny, and you used to just like wonder why did I feel so nervous? Why did my stomach feel like it go tight? Why did I feel like stopping the car and get out of it and have somebody help me? Because it's due to anxiety, and a lot of folks who did any type of aeronautical operation or heights, or climbing poles or mountains, or that matter, suffer from it, and I'm one of them. My brother suffered through it as well, and I'm quite sure there's many of you who suffer from height or have some type of anxiety. Some of you got insomnia from lack of sleep. I mean, that's a disability claim. You owe it to yourself to file for veterans disabilities right now. Right now, the disability 100% pays $4,000. I forgot what the 80%, 70%, 60%. When I first got awarded from my disability, it was 60%, and it's like No, it was 40%. It was like $400, give or take. And that was back in 2009. So I'm here to tell you guys, you know, even though I didn't get confidence because I was on active duty, it was the point of being rated. And you want to get rated now. You want to get rated now, guys. And this book right here will help you go through the process, okay? It's called The Art of Filing for Veterans Disability. Now, this book right here is the first edition. It's a 6x9 book, and it has a load of information to guide you through the process and tell you, many of you don't even know, and you may be a spouse, you may be a caregiver who don't understand the VA process. Well, this book will help you. And it talks about what is military disability, what are the required documentation. It goes over the overview about the book, a little bit about myself, my military career. And it talks about, even in more detail, what do you need? Okay, some of you need some documentation. Many of you have served in our great nation's military and don't know what to provide. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, if you serve in the Army, one thing that helps me is a DA form 3349. And that's called a physical profile. Every branch has a profile, whether you're permanent or temporary profile, you got injured on duty or you got sick on duty, it's your profile. That's your documentation. If that area of interest has rose up and you got sick again, or it's a disease that causes more problem, or it's a muscle or a joint or a bone issue, or it could be a head injury, could be a concussion. They gave you some aspirin to send you on your way and you felt a little better later on, and then that migraines or headaches keep coming back in a way that you never knew before. What I'm here to tell you guys, if you're gone on sick call or gone through a physical while on duty, you know, whether Reserve, National Guard, active duty component, regular Army, regular Air Force, regular Marine Corps, or Navy, you need those forms. In Army, we need a DD form 3349. You need to have that. If you don't have it, go to archives and request. Now, this book does have the archives information where you can contact. All of my books have. So that's not a problem, okay? But this book will help you. Navy and Marine Corps, you need what is called a NAVMED 6150/4 form. If my research was correct. A NAVMED 6154/4 form, okay? That's for Navy and Marine. Coast Guard, Air Force, you need an AF form 422. Air Force form 422. Coast Guard, you need a CG 3307. That's a CG 3307. You serve in the Coast Guard. Those forms, you want to have those documentations available to upload and send to the VA. If you don't, you go to archives and request a copy. All right? It's critical that you have those documentations because it's going to make a difference. Sometimes, I've been on profile, had a permanent profile because of my back injuries, and at one point, it was like 3s and 4s. I was on my way to med board land and I had back surgery, so it changed my whole rating from 1111 to something else. And I'm here to tell you guys, it's no fun, but when you try to hold on to your career and you try to suck it up and drive on, sometimes it's just better to just let the doc do his thing for your best interest. A lot of guys are retiring medically, not 20 years, but medically because of their med board situation, okay? So don't miss an appointment with those little docs. But yeah, you're gonna need that. You need your DD-214. If you do not have a DD-214, you request a DD-214 as soon as possible, prior to you filing your claim. And make sure, like the book says, scan your documents so you can upload it on file or you can mail it to them. I'm giving you some tips. I just want to give you a couple tips before I get to step 1, and I'm going to stop there. Also, it's important to have a 2807-1. DD form 2807-1, okay? That's your treatment evaluation. That's your evaluation while you're on duty. Guys, pull that out. -1, okay? That's your treatment evaluation. That's your evaluation while you're on duty. Guys, Pull that out and look at it. Pull your DD20 again, 20 guys. Pull that out and look at it. Pull your DD20 again, 2807-1, and pull out your DD2808. Pull that out as well and look at it. Okay. A lot of times when you're going through a physical or you're going through evaluations of your physical, there's doctors. Okay. A lot of times when you're going through a physical or you're going through evaluations of your physical, there's doctors. Okay. A lot of times when you're going through a physical or you're going through evaluations of your physical, there's doctors who will put notes in there. Okay. This guy have hard of hearing. Okay. That's a red. That's a red flag. Soldier can't see very well. That's a red flag. Your vision's not good. Okay. Injuries or a service member reported that he has a bullet wound on his left shoulder or his right shoulder. I mean, those are things you're going to need. I mean, I'm talking to those. Now, those who have these foremen saying that you were okay because you told them that you're okay, doesn't mean you're going to be okay forever. A lot of times, guys, upon discharge from active duty or reserve or National Guard, okay forever. A lot of times, guys, upon discharge from active duty or reserve or National Guard, okay, you can still file a claim. Get this book, read it, okay? I'm going over some statistics, some information that can help you. This book, read it, okay? I'm going over some statistics, some information that can help you. Now, it also talks about two different types of claim. What are those two types of claims, guys? Anybody know? Anybody know what are the two types of claims you file in VA? One is in the standard claim process, okay? And the other one is a fully developed claim process. Now, that's what's another word for FDC. Now, FDC, and I'm going to give you the full word of definition, is an optional initiative that offers veterans and survivors faster decisions from VA on compensation number one, number two, or pension. I'm going to put the word or pension because you can either apply for one or the other, okay? Survivors benefit claims. You died, you serve our country, you died from cancer, you died from Agent Orange, you died as a result of your experience, you have a congestive heart failure as a result of the stress you experienced, and your spouse decided, my husband did all this, had all this stuff going on with him, and he never filed a claim. Well, guess what? You can file a claim on his behalf, even though he's no longer with you. You can do that, okay? You can do that. As a survivor, okay? Survivor benefit claim. You do that. You can do that online, or you can do that through the VA form or as well. So it's up to you, okay? A veteran and survivor simply submit all relevant records in their possession, and those records which are easily obtainable, such as private medical records, okay? And at times may make their claims or certify that they have no further evidence to submit. VA can then review the process of the claim and make a decision more quickly. Now, you're saying, here it is, here's all his documentation, that's it. That's through the fully developed claim. They'll make a decision, and they'll let you know whether you are service-connected disability or pension approved, or no. You can always appeal too. A lot of guys give up when they appeal. Some people file for disability one time or a pension. As soon as they get well, you're not service-connected letter, they quit. And I thank God I didn't quit, because I know for myself, my injuries, I know this stuff was caused from service connection. So I file an appeal, right? You file an appeal, they look at your medical records again that they have missed, and a lot of times it's good to submit as much information as possible. And when you do that, that kills it. Next thing you know, you got a service connection rating, and guess what? You have a compensation, okay? So you want to definitely get this book. I'm not going to harp too much on it. This one right here, it's my second edition. Still covers basically the same information, except a bit more. It does cover a lot more information. Start talking about grants. It start talking a little bit more about the forms, eligibility criteria for different things. You know, does veterans have access to automobile modification grant? Okay, you guys maybe have some injuries as a result of that. You may have loss of limb, loss of use, and you still need transportation. You have a vehicle that's eligible to be modified. You have to fill in the paperwork and get approved for the $25,000 grant. And guess what? Your vehicle being modified based on the criteria of your needs, and you can still live a quality of life. It's all about that quality of life, veterans. So don't miss out on that. Please don't miss out on that. Here's another thing. Now, I got the form. Here's a copy of the form right here in this book. This is the Art of Filing for Veterans Disability Benefits Part 2. It has the full form so you can get familiar with it. Please familiarize yourself with this form. I tell you, I wrote this book in a sense of helping those who understand what a field manual or an AF or a training technical manual is. That way it helps them. And of course, everything I share with you is step by step, okay? Step by step. Now, the forms I just mentioned to you earlier are those forms that I highly encourage you to submit, okay? Plus, including your DD-214 or any other military document you have on file. And of course, you'll see a nice, beautiful photograph of me in my Army and Air Force uniform. Let you know, hey, no stolen valor here, brothers and sisters. No stolen valor at all. I served my country. Been there, done that, okay? So, definitely get a hand on this book. Now, I want to show you one that's dear to me. Now, these books cost a little bit more because they got a lot of photographs in there, a lot of color photograph, and a lot of high quality. The paper's quality is much better. But the letters are bigger, so it's easier for you to read. I mean, those of you got vision that's a little off, this book is good. Now, it also have websites in here. I mean, those of you got vision that's a little off, this book is good. Now, it also have websites in here, okay? So, if you wanted to look at a particular benefit, I have the website right here. If you want to apply for grants, their websites are in the book. I put it in there for you, okay? You need a Generex? You know you're eligible for one. If you got a CPAP, a heart monitor, you know you're eligible for one. If you got a CPAP, a heart monitor, or plug his machine up. You got one that is embedded inside of him, and there's a part that charges it. Well, guys, you need electricity, and if you lose power because of a storm or whatever happens to the grid, you still need power. So what do you need? You need a Generex, okay? You need a Generex, and there is a grant for Generex for people who are disabled, and there's I put tons of information. Can veterans be eligible for a free home generator? The answer is yes. It's in the book, and it covers the path to obtaining one, okay? And there's also websites, even in va.gov. See, I'm trying to make it streamlined and easier for you to go through the process without trying to go through the entire VA website and dig, and still overlook for one reason or another. Because I get distracted easily. I mean, talk about pain. My pain distracts me all the time, especially this one. This is a new one. This one I'm going to get covered. So you want to definitely get on top of that. Now, in reference to the grant for automobile modification, there it is. Here's how one look like. Give you an idea. And let's say you know someone who needs one. got a family van, can't go anywhere, had to catch a van for transportation. Well, nothing like using the grant to get what you need, so you can have, as we call it, a sense of independence, okay? Even if your family member drive, your caregiver, and we'll talk about that another time, but I did cover in other videos in great length about the caregiver program. So definitely want to keep that in consideration. And it's all based on, they say it was based on 100% and disability, but definitely want to keep that in consideration. And it's all based on, they say it was based on 100% and disability, but it's also based on your ability to and disability. But it's also based on your ability to articulate, ability to feed yourself, ability to dementia can perhaps maybe a good candidate for the caregiver program if they're diagnosed with dementia. Okay, understand what I'm saying? Or they're physically disabled. So take that into with dementia. Okay, understand what I'm saying? Or they're physically disabled. So take that into, and it says you need home medication. There's a grant for that. I experienced a grant in getting my shower, my bathroom modified for free through the VA. You put, and this book covers it. We're good to go. Look at it. Recognize that scanner. So definitely want to get that freedom, get that grant. There's some other grants available through the state that you can apply for. There's other programs available to veterans. Get your hands on this book. Get your hands on this book today. The Art of Filing for a Veterans Disability Benefit. This one covers it on the bonus edition. And you see the word bonus edition. That's why I put an extensive number of information. Also, hold on, you look close right there. But also, while we're talking, another thing you want to take in consideration, if it ever gets to a point where you cannot stand on your feet too long, or you have to use a wheelchair to get around in your home, and your countertops are too high for you, access to your stove top is more difficult than ever before, access to your sink so you can wash dishes is more difficult, then you want to consider a grant that will help you do modification. And you want to get that book, this book, that's not right. You want to get this book because it covers that information too. So, does anyone have any questions in reference to grants or in reference to automobile adaptive equipment or VA as a whole? If you're a family member, if you have questions about filing, now I'm not going to give you all the information, but I'm going to point you in the right direction, and I can either let you know, hey, it's true or not true. But you want to definitely get your hands on this book, okay? Anyone got any questions out there in the land of America or Europe? And like I said, there's other benefits too. If you like to go fishing like me, I mean, why keep paying money to go fishing when you don't have to get fishing license or a hunting license, okay? There's some hunters out there who love to hunt, but they can't hunt. They have to pay a fee every year. Why do that? Because you're a veteran, you don't have to do that. Because you're a veteran, you can go to the federal parks for free. There's benefits to that. And you definitely want to access to the nearest military installation. You get a military ID card. Anyone have any questions? Hey Tom, how you doing? Tony Whitman, hello. LJS, how are you? Anybody needs a dog? There's a program for dogs, service dogs as well, through the VA. Because some of us suffer from PTSD, anxiety. I have anxiety real bad, especially you get me anywhere near a bridge that's long and high up in the air, or driving over a mountain range. And at one point I was accustomed to it, and now due to my disability, I can no longer, I'm not saying no longer, but I'm not willing to traverse over, 3,000 feet anymore. That was a scary moment. But anyway, I digress. Keep your distance. Keep the distance. But anyway, I'm sitting out here waiting on a car to go through the car wash. But I just wanted to touch base with each and every one of you and share some information. I'm gonna keep on doing this because I want to make sure every veteran, because what I'm finding out right now, and I'm gonna tell you why I wrote the book. So many veterans have not filed because they felt they're not worthy to file. They didn't got blown up. They feel like they couldn't qualify. But you never know till you try. Okay? So I want to put this information out there so you can take a look at your life and make a decision. Hey, I want to file for disability benefits. You're missing out up to $4,000. And that doesn't include a loss of use. You lose a hand, that's loss of use. Your ankles not working, loss of use. I had foot surgery. I got loss of use on my foot. I got loss of use of other extremities. But you never know until you apply. So go out there and apply. I'm about to get in here. But anyway, guys, I'm going to let you all go. I thank each and every one of you for your love and likes and just for watching this video. And I appreciate, please share this with a friend. And stay tuned for more videos for veterans, in reference to veterans, in the near future. In the meantime, this is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, aka Beast Mode, Airborne, signing off. Airborne out.